Hello, Steve White, Steve Art 39. Well, there are some concerns for the new Supergirl film. Having seen the character in action now in the film, the new Superman film, James Gunn's Superman, some fans are wondering exactly what sort of character she's going to be. So apparently she has, more of a history because she didn't come to Earth as a human. She lived on Krypton and has been running around doing other things. And she seems like a party girl. She seems a bit damaged. She left Krypto with Superman. Superman is not his dog. She left Krypto with him, and that's why it's so badly behaved, because she didn't train him. And then at the end of the film, she shows up, takes a dog, says bye bitch, and goes off to, I guess, get drunk on another planet somewhere. And apparently the next film is going to be like a buddy film, and it's like her and Krypto going on adventures. I'm like, oh god. I mean, it was bad enough when they had Krypto in this film, but people were hoping it was going to be not a big element. But because James Gunn can only make the same film over and over again, just like Rocket Raccoon and that, he has to have like an animal character to get the kids and the sentimental or emotional sort of element, because he can't handle actual human emotions without breaking them with or interrupting them with bad jokes and humor and undercutting everything. So some people are a bit worried about what this new film's going to look like, and now also with the news that, because when he first showed in the film Kal-El's parents basically to be evil, and that the Kryptonians are warmongers and colonizers and everything, that they sent him there to rule Earth and to breed and spread his seed and all that, and treat us like breeding stock. It's pretty disturbing. And then you realise something they didn't address, but I don't see how they can't in the new film, unless maybe they really are that bad at writing, that Supergirl lived in that culture, lived in that world. She knew those people, and she would have that same mindset. So what sort of person is she going to be? What sort of character is she going to be? What sort of interactions is she going to have with Earth and other people if she's come from that culture of this superior colonizing, sort of attitude that apparently the Kryptonians have now that James Gunn has changed their history. And he's saying, he's doubling down, because they could have just let this be. A lot of fans were saying, no, it must have been Lex Luthor that created this. It must be fake. And what we're going to see is that, he doctored this, and really he was just trying to break Superman's spirit or make him look bad to the public, when his parents really weren't like that. But he's doubled down and said, no, that's it. We've changed the characters now. Now that's how it is now. Forget this, the Kryptonians you love and Superman you love. Now the new Superman, the Kryptonians are evil, and Superman is good in spite of his family and his genes and his history and his ancestry, instead of good because of them, which made sense to me. Just being raised by humans, particularly very stereotypical country bumpkins, which a lot of people are insulting about the way the Kents are being treated. I don't even want to see how they're treated from the videos I've seen, the way they're treated like just morons. So it's just really insulting to the people they're trying to acknowledge or validate somehow. But so some people are worried about the new Supergirl film. What sort of character is she going to be? And is this film just going to be all about Krypto trying to be cute? Because that may be good for kids, but it's a bit cringe on adults. A lot of people felt Krypto overstayed his welcome and was just annoying and cringy. And you can aim for kids and families because they just care about the box office, but are adults going to want to watch it? Are adults going to watch it again? Are adults going to want to buy it on Blu-ray and watch it again when, it's basically a kiddie film? And when the kids grow up, are they going to want to watch it as an adult? It's going to have nostalgia, but I found myself, some shows, you can watch them as an adult and they work on different levels and you can enjoy them as an adult, like He-Man and Transformers and Thundercats. I find they're all perfectly watchable as an adult, and Fraggle Rock. But then some other shows like Superpowers I found were totally kiddie, and I've tried to watch a few episodes and I just can't, because they're just not, they don't have those other levels at all. So they've got to be careful with this. If they just make kiddie films, if they make the DC universe into a Marvel universe for kiddies and families, it may pay off short term at the box office, but long term it's not going to have the longevity that the other films and the Marvel films had. And they're just going to end up having to redo the universe every 10 years for a new crop of kids and parents who have to take the kids to the films because they're crying if they don't. and that's really not a healthy existence for the DC universe or Marvel superheroes or any film franchise or TV franchise. But they don't seem to understand that you can make films and TV shows for different levels that can be for the whole family, for the adults and the children grow up and then appreciate it as an adult, and they have a second life. They can be passed on from generation to generation. That's what shows used to do. But then some bright people came in and said, no, we need to make it for kids because it's going to be made for kids. We have to market it for kids, and not thinking of the long-term issues with that. So we'll see where that goes, because they did it with Star Trek recently with Prodigy, and just it's just the studio mentality. It's not the same as the auteur sort of mentality that we used to have, where all these franchises were led by people and creators, whereas now everything's led by corporations and boards, and it's just a mess, and it's not looking good long term. So we'll see what they do. We'll see how the film turns out.